Good morning. It's your girl, Miss Cinnamon, and you're tuned into The Flavor. Today we got a special guest in the studio. He goes by the name of JayR City. Good morning, and welcome to The Flavor.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Pleasure to be had.
All right. So, an artist out of Cleveland. Tell me how you feel about that.
A lot of times I really don't like to not necessarily associate with that specific title, but I just make music. I don't necessarily make music just for Cleveland. I make it for anyone who's willing to listen or anybody who feels like they can relate to it. So it's not a proper title.
Okay.
You know, I'm JayR City, and I make music. I'm a music maker for anyone and everyone.
Now, do you rep your city?
For the most part, yes.
Because we have those, okay, for instance, Machine Gun Kelly, Young Ray Jr., from the city, repping the city all the way, everywhere. Would you be interested in, like, you know what I mean, supporting, showing back love to your city? Are you into that?
Yeah, I'm into supporting any artist from anywhere, not just Cleveland.
Okay.
It doesn't matter where you're from. I support good music, no matter where it's coming from, no matter what it sounds like. I listen to a vast range of music: gospel, jazz, country, anything that's good.
That's
I
what's
listen
up.
to it. I don't just I don't have a ceiling when it comes to music.
Okay.
Whoever makes it, I'm with it. I support it.
So I did a little bit of research on you, okay? And I see that you are a huge Tupac Shakur fan.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
How I first got started listening to Tupac, the first album I heard of his was Me Against the World.
Okay.
I think that had Dear Mama on it. And at the time I was going through, even being young, I was going through a lot of riff-raff with my mom. Okay. So I really related to that song. And then over time, I just became a fan of him as a person, more than the music. I'm a fan of Tupac.
I respect that.
A
lot of people say that.
So I can really identify and relate to him and some of his story. And he was just really a man of the people. So.
Okay, if you can pick one of his songs that really stuck out to you, which one would it be?
One song I can really...
that inspired you to become an artist?
Street Fame.
Okay, that's a dope track. Right there. Dope track.
When I heard that, I was like, goodness, like, it was dope.
Okay, for those that don't know who JayR City is, what would you want to tell them about you as an upcoming artist in Cleveland?
As an upcoming artist, what I want people to identify most with me is that I do this for them. I think a lot of fans of music don't understand how hard it is for us as, future entertainers or as entertainers to do this.
Okay.
When you do it, you subject yourself to a lot of criticism, and it's not always easy to take, So I just want people to understand that I do this for them. I don't make my music for me. I make it for them.
Okay.
So I just want people to understand that part of it.
Okay. Now, let's see. Let's talk about this new project you got coming out. It's called the
new project is called Progression to Greatness.
Progression of Greatness?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not what I have.
Yeah, what you had was The Injection.
Okay.
That was like my last.
Okay, so tell me about the Injection project.
The Injection was it was just my first. It was my coming out party. I did 20,000 in a month.
Really?
20,000 streams in a month. My first month out. It was really dope. I feel like I kind of snuck up on people a little bit. People wasn't expecting me.
Okay.
And now I hear the people asking like, well, when's the next? So, but the Injection was it was 20 tracks, just me pouring out, giving them everything I had in that music. Progression to Greatness is night and day. It's totally different from that.
So what is your favorite track off that album?
Injection? Shoot Me Down.
Shoot You Down, okay. So tell us a little bit about the track.
Shoot Me Down is it's a Lil Wayne cover. It's actually, the Lil Wayne track he had on Carter 2, I want to say.
Okay.
I just identify with that because a lot of times, and I don't want to act as off. I have millions and tons of haters, but in anything that you do, you're always going to have someone who doesn't agree with it. I feel who doesn't agree with it or just want to give their opinion on it, on what you're doing when they can't even do it themselves.
Okay.
So it was more so my message to them that regardless of what you think and what you say, this is me, this is what I'm going to do, and don't shoot me down.
Okay. So you sent us a track though called
Till I Die.
Till I Die. Okay. You sent me a couple of tracks though. One was called, I believe, The Palace.
Palace Doors.
Palace Doors. Okay, that's the track we're about to play right now for the people. So introduce this track right here and tell us a little bit about it.
Palace Doors it's that kind of like, I wanted to give it that control feel. What Kendrick did was just like my warning shot to anybody, everybody. I'm here, I'm coming, it's mine, and I'm different from any artist. I feel like I'm different from a lot of artists. Cleveland artists, any artist that's in the game right now. And
what makes you so different?
What makes me different from a lot of artists now in the game that's right now, outside of Kendrick and the J. Cole's of the world, is I feel like a lot of people are just doing what's trendy. And not just, it's not real music. It's not real hip hop to me. I'm talking about that Nas, that Pac, that Biggie, that old school and even now more relatable like J. Cole and Kendrick. Is everybody is all friendly and buddy and all this, and I'm just saying that's cool, that's fine, but you're gonna get these bars. It's still a competition to me. Anyway, and that's what I wanted to do with Palace Doors.
Well, it's your girl, Miss Cinnamon, and this is The Flavor. We're in the studio live right now with JayR City. So we want to let him introduce his hot new track.
What's good? This is JayR City. This is my new track, Palace Doors.
Yo, it's your girl, Miss Cinnamon, and we're back on The Flavor. 216 TheBeat is the station to be. So, hot track by JayR City. Man.
Yes, ma'am.
Got the phone lines going right now. So tell those people where they can get this track at right now.
You can get it on SoundCloud, www.soundcloud.com/JayR City, as well as JayR City, JayR City up on YouTube. And go to my IG, City_BBMG. You can get all music. It touches there first, probably, on my Instagram. So that's where you can find me at.
That's what's up. Okay, so, new project.
New project.
What's the new project?
New project is Progression to Greatness.
Progression to Greatness.
Fresh off that injection numbers, and Progression to Greatness is self-explanatory in the title. It's just my progression to being great, just making great music.
Okay.
What I feel.
Favorite track?
Favorite track is Regardless.
Why?
Because it's sort of similar to Palace Doors in the theme and the topic, but it's just done differently. It's done in a more so catchy way. So it's like I don't want to say I'm mimicking or mocking that form of party music, but it's just me. I'm doing what you guys are doing. Even though I don't feel like that's proper hip hop. Traditional hip hop rather. Now I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do what you're doing, but I'm gonna do it better. So sort of similar to what Kanye kind of did with 808s. He just took T-Pain's style and just like killed it. So it's sort of similar to that, just in one track.
Now, when people hear the name JayR City, what do you want them to just, when your name pops in their head, what image do you want with that?
What I want people to identify my name with is greatness. I want to be great. I'm not solely into this just to make money. I want to be great. I want to be mentioned with the Pacs and with the Bigs and the Nas and the Jay-Z's. That's what it's about for me. The end result is glory.
How would you consider your style?
I consider my style to be first authentic. It's embedded in me as an artist. But I don't feel like I have a ceiling either when it comes to my style, because I can do anything. I don't limit myself. If Tim McGraw hit me up for a track, I want to feel like I can deliver him music to anybody. So I don't limit myself as far as genre. Though I primarily make hip hop and may write R&B music, I don't want to be confined to just those styles of music. So anything.
So when can people, or where can they check you out to perform at?
I just did the Battle of the Bands at the Agora. A lot of my shows come at the Agora.
Okay.
I'm doing this red carpet event. It's supposed to be June 28th. I was sort of trying to take a break from doing a lot of shows.
Okay.
I was kind of doing them back to back months. I wanted to focus more so on my project because I was neglecting that to do more shows.
Okay.
So I wanted to take a little 2 months to just focus on making music because like I've been not in the studio at all. I've been more so out and doing shows and performing. It takes a lot to get ready for shows and to rehearse and to get things ready as far as CDs that you want to pass out, to get the networking side of it together. A lot goes into that, so I wanted to just focus on making music for a minute.
Okay. So, you have a big team, small team behind you, or?
I have a small team that's big, open-minded,
okay.
understanding.
That's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
I like to keep it short and a small circle, but well-rounded.
Now, I see that you have been doing this since you were 13?
Yeah.
And you are now 23, correct?
24.
24, okay. Yeah. Okay. So tell me, how do you feel from back then to now where you have come?
Back then I was whack. First off, I was probably garbage. But I think that though my rhymes wasn't well put together, they were meaningful at that time. And my transition has been from a rapper then to an artist now.
I commend you on that.
Yeah.
By me being a manager and a radio personality, when I sit down and I meet with people, the first thing I ask them is, are you a rapper? Are you an artist? Because there are two different. There are the two.
They don't understand. A lot of
people don't understand it at all. So I commend you for acknowledging yourself as an artist and not a rapper. And a lot of people don't get that at all. At all. So, okay. So now, you're taking a break from travel or shows.
Yes.
So, let's see. Why though?
Because if I'm not making, put it like this, like when I'm doing shows, it's amazing, and performing in front of people and getting to, that's probably the quickest way to get known, for people to see you. Okay. But to some extent, when I'm not making music or when I'm focusing on the show, I'm dead locked on it. Okay. I'm not really making music in that process. I'm just getting ready for that show because I don't want to mess up. I don't want to do anything wrong because it may be the first and only time somebody might ever see me, so I want to make a lasting impression on that person. If I can just pull away one person from out of a crowd of 500 or 120 or whatever, that's satisfying. I don't want to mess that up. Okay. So I just kind of disengage from a lot of reality and just they'll lock in on that goal. Okay. And sometimes my music can suffer because I guess I got to start it back up. It's like warming the car up in the winter. I gotta get back in the tune of things. So I needed a break from that so I can focus and be dead locked on this, because when I'm making music, I can focus on a lot of other things outside of just making music. When I'm doing the show, it's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's understandable. That's understandable. Okay, so we're going to pivot back just a little bit. We asked about the 13 to 24 now. Right. Far as your music style, how would you say that has grown from you being 13 to 24 now? Your delivery, the type of beats you choose. Yeah.
Choosing beats is the most agonizing thing for me. I hate it. It's a process that I hate. I just lock myself away. Sometimes, like Palace Doors is produced by Mr. Incredible. A lot of times he'd just give me a CD with a bunch of beats. It can probably be like 15 beats. I can probably only choose like 2. Okay. And he didn't probably put his heart into it. But it's just the maturity as a person first, even more so as an artist, because my understanding of life is different. So the way I talk and the way I address certain topics is different. Okay. So it's all about, even though it's music, it took me becoming mature as a human being first. You know? I respect that. I think that a lot of times you can identify that if you listen to some people, you may be able to identify with Well, like if you listen to an artist or rap artist per se,
okay,
and you listen to their music and maybe it comes off as what you just like what not making any sense.
Yeah,
that's a part of that person's personality.
Okay.
You know, so it just took me becoming a more mature human being, a more mature man, and going through certain things in life, and that was a part of my growth in that 13 to 24 now.
That's what's
it's a big difference.
That's what's up.
Sometimes I even listen to my old music back then just to,
just reference a little bit. There's nothing wrong with it.
Just to see my own growth and where to go.
Okay. So, we're going to go back to this new project. When is it to be released?
I'm aiming for spring, summer.
Okay.
It's going to be an EP. My first EP, The Injection, was a mixtape. So this is probably going to be on iTunes and Spotify and all that. And it's me learning the business side of it as well.
Okay.
So I'm aiming for spring, summer. I want to do it when it's warm out and people can, boogie out.
Turn up a little bit. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. What is JayR City? I want to thank you for giving the Flavor the opportunity to interrupt your time. I know you're a very busy artist and all working on projects. But once again, give the world how they can reach you, all your social media, how they can find your music. If anybody want to do some collabs of that nature.
If you want to collab, hit up afcmusic1@gmail.com. My Instagram and Twitter are the same, city_BBMG. And also follow my brother, 103 Films. Is it 103 underscore? 103 underscore Films on Instagram. And that's where we at.
Well, thank you once again, Mr. JayR City. This is your girl, Miss Cinnamon, and you have been tuned in to The Flavor.